Hello, my friends, and welcome. Today I am quite excited to present to you another Romanian made fountain pen in the communist period in the 1970s. I have here for you a nice product made by MACO Sibiu, and its name is Rândunica. This is the name of a bird, and in English it translates to sparrow. So, this wonderful pen, named Rândunica in Romanian or sparrow in English. This particular model has a personalization. You can see it's thermically imprinted in the body, but also painted with that gorgeous yellow color, with in contrast with the beautiful injected plastic black body. It gives a nice contrast, and it draws the attentions of it. In Romanian, it is colectați metale vechi, and in English, recycle old metals. So it is a nice environmental message. Just recycle the old material that you don't use. And interesting, the name is quite faded, but this inscription still remains on the fountain pen. It is a nice looking fountain pen, a medium sized one. And interesting, after we unscrew the cap, we can see a gorgeous yellow window. And we have a piston filler, guys. Let me show you the piston filler. Here we have a blind cap. And here we have the turning knob. It runs quite smooth. So you see the ending, quite big ending, a plastic ending. This particular model is fitted with a iridium point steel nib made in Germany. It has that bear on two legs, so it is from a East German producer, and it has a gorgeous ebonite feed, quite a shiny feed, and when you see this shiny to it, you might think it is plastic, but no, it is ebonite. And this is the beautiful sparrow, or Rândunica. I You can see the clip is quite simple, and the trims are simple, but in time they were affected. I'm not so sure, but I think that they are steel or metallic clips, and just treated with some metallic combination to give it this aspect of dark gold. The clip ends in this specific shape, which is similar with the jewels from the Parker 51. Quite a nice conic ending. And you saw that we have a screwed in cap. What can I say? A nice model. This ink window reminds me of a Mont Blanc model, and I have one right here. And I'm talking about a model from the 1960s. Yes, I think this is the Mont Blanc 22 from the 1960s. I just thought to myself that the ink window reminds me of the Mont Blanc model, and I had to show it to you. But quite a nice fountain pen. I like it a lot. I think it's one of my favorite models made in Sibiu. It's not made by the Flaro, but by the other manufacturers that were concentrated in that area. And I can't wait to ink it up and do its right and sample. But till then, I will leave it here. And just for a comparison, I will put also this Mont Blanc 22 from the 1960s. They are both middle-sized fountain pens, quite nice fountain pens. And I will leave also the dimensions of our Sparrow or the Rândunica fountain pen on the screen. And after that, we will do the writing sample. So guys, for the writing sample, I will just change the angle of the camera because I want you to see better what I'm writing with the fountain pen. I hope it is okay for you. Let me bring it a little bit closer. So, first of all, I've chosen for the writing sample this Faber-Castell ink, this pink erasable ink. It will be nice to see how we can do it. Let's put this here. This is a nice pink ink. Of course, guys, I'm sorry I didn't have time to clean properly this fountain pen. So this pink ink, it will be a little bit contaminated. No, sorry, guys. I've just changed my mind. I'm sorry. And you should listen to this. So when you put in this light colored ink, a contaminated ink with uh, darker ink color, you will contaminate also the pink ink. So I'm sorry, I won't use this pink ink just because I didn't clean the fountain pen, but instead I will use the same ink that was contaminated also with I think with a Parker Quick ink, a few drops of Parker Quick ink. It will be a different shade. I'm not so sure that in this lighting you can see that this is darker, but you will see what I mean. So I will remove this. You already seen that the end is at the maximum point, so I will simply insert it and draw the ink. Let me see. Yes, the ink is being drawn. Okay, so quite a large capacity of ink. I'm quite impressed. Yes, let me reach out for a little tissue and clean it properly. Okay, nice. I will close this one and remember to put on the dark. Okay, and this light one I will put it here. Okay guys, now I'm quite excited because this one is one of my favorite fountain pens. You've guessed it correctly. I bought it with the last acquisition of Romanian collection, a large collection. And I must tell you, this is one of my favorites. Let me see if we can post it. Yes, it posts. But I don't like to post it because in time it will leave scratches. So I will put the cap here. And now I'm ready for the written sample. So this is a MACO. Oh God, we have a little problem. No big deal. So when you have this problem with a piston filler, which doesn't happen quite often, you simply repeat the operation. So now you will see the drops of ink. Let me check if now it writes. Yes, now it writes. No problem. I was expecting a little bit juicier writing, but it is what it is. So this is MACO, and it could be from Archimet Sibiu. I know the model name, so it is Rândunica. Of course, in Romanian language now, the Rândunica is written different. It's written like this, Rândunica. But back then in the 1970s, there were different rules of writing. So in English, it is sparrow. This is East German gold plated. Oh, yes, I have a little problem with the ink flow. And I don't know why, guys. Let me put this cap here, the blank cap. I will try to give it a little bit of, I'm not so sure why is this happening. So, an East German gold plated nib, and again the ink flow problem. Now, I don't know what to say, guys. Maybe I've done the mistake of not properly clean it before I started this review. So it is my mistake. So from this point, I don't want to waste your time. I will just dip it in ink and try to continue my written sample. You already guessed it. We have an F nib from Fine. And I believe it, if the ink flow problem will be resolved, it will be a certainly juicy nib. Okay, let me see if we can reverse write with it. So, reverse writing. It scratches a little bit, but I think it is okay for reverse writing. Let me see if I can do a signature with this nib. Quite nice. As you probably heard, it has a little bit of feedback or a little bit of scratch, but not an annoying scratch. Let me test the line variation. So here no pressure, and here a little bit of pressure, and it doesn't seem to have no line variation. I don't think it has some flex, but why not? Let me see. No, and again the ink flow problem you see here. Now I have to again dip it, and I will try to write as big as I can. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is it, guys. I'm sorry for the ink flow problem. I think that this is a quite nice and interesting fountain pen. I particularly like the feed, the shiny feed, and I must tell you that I love also this ink window. It isn't a problem for me, the blind cap, although of course I prefer it integrated piston with all the end cap, but it is what it is. It is a nice product from, I believe, 1970s, so from the 1970s. And I'm quite proud to own it in my collection. I have only one example of this fountain pen. I'm not so sure how rare it is. Of course, all the Romanian fountain pens made during communist times are quite rarer these days. But this particular model is quite rare because it's not made by Flaro. Flaro was the most well-known and the most prolific, let's say, producer of fountain pens. Guys, this was my review of this Sparrow or Rândunica fountain pen, a communist fountain pen from the 1970s. I hope you've liked this review. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to it to support my activity. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are, guys. Thank you for your time. We will see you again at the next episode. But till then, please stay safe and play with your wonderful fountain pens. Bye bye, guys.